Day 10 of at-home learning. We did it, guys. We made it to all the way through day 10 within our squirrel theme. So let's take a look at our learning activities for today. The first one is reading. We're going to choose a nonfiction book to read, or you can continue with one that you've already been reading. You're going to read today for 15 to 20 minutes, practicing everything you've learned so far and jotting down your learning in your notebook. After you've read a chunk, you're going to pretend that you're telling your teacher or a friend all about what you've learned on that topic. You can write it out in your notebook, making sure that you have the main ideas and details from the text. Now, this is how people really work in the real world, right? Like I finish reading a book or I finish reading an article, and normally I turn and tell someone about that. Like, I just read this whole book about snowshoeing, and did you know, blah, 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 blah. And most people, blah, blah, right? So I just kind of share with them the big ideas from the book. So you're going to do something similar today for reading. Now, in writing, you're going to get your writing ready to publish. You're going to use everything you've learned so far as you look back and reread your writing. And then you're going to consider what kind of text features could you add to your writing. Are you going to use headings or illustrations or pictures? You're going to add anything you want to enhance your writing for your reader as you prepare to make a nice final copy to share. So I was in Epic Books and I happened to find this book on cheetahs, and I just wanted to point out some of the text features that they really did a nice job with. Now, this page right here is almost entirely a diagram. They have the cheetah's body, but they have all of these little bubble callouts telling you specific things about adaptations about the cheetah's body that probably enables it to be so fast, right? So that's one thing that they have, is a really cool diagram here. Another thing that they have is this thing called a word bite. Word bites looks like definitions. So they've given me the definition of the word pray, if that was a word that I did not happen to know. Now, they did kind of a silly thing up here. They asked a question and they provided an answer. Now, at first I thought this was like a fact, right? But if you really read it, it's more of a joke. So what cat should you never play cards with? A cheetah. Get it? Aha. I like it. It's kind of funny. All right, let's look at this one. Ooh, they have a nice subheading up here about them being hunters. And how about these photographs? They have really detailed and action-packed photographs, so that's helpful. This little text feature right here, they have a pronunciation. So if I didn't know how to say the word camouflage, they've broken it down for you. So I say camouflage. And if you're not sure how to do that, you can look that up in any dictionary. They'll show you the pronunciation guide. Now down here, they have another one of those word bites where they've defined the word camouflage and the word stalk. So if I didn't know what those words mean, how about illustrations, right? Or photographs. Those are just gorgeous, and facts right on top of them. More jokes, more facts, more word bites. Here's a new one. So do you remember what these are called? If it's underneath a photograph or an image or a map or whatever, do you remember what that's called when you have more detail? They're called captions. Did you remember that? So these captions here gave me more information. And in fact, they found statues of cheetahs in King Tut's tomb. That's interesting. I just learned something. Didn't know that. So, I like this one too. Instead of writing a whole paragraph about the different sounds that cheetahs make, look what they did. Instead, they decided to do an interesting way. They made these like speech bubbles, and each speech bubble has a different type of sound that cheetahs make. So that's a cool way to display information as well. All right, and at the end there we have the glossary, so we can learn lots of different words. I'm going to hop back to the beginning of this one. I don't think the beginning of this book, no, I don't think it had a table of contents, but you certainly could add a table of contents right at the front. That's a cool table that shows the difference between cheetahs and leopards. So that's the idea of adding some text features to make your book even more interesting. Now for math today, we're going to complete 1 to 2 lessons in Dreambox, and we're going to look at today's problem. What is the value of the red 7? In this place value right here, what is he worth? What is his value? I'll give you a hint. He's not worth 7. He is worth something different because he's in that place value. And then the second question says, what is the value of the purple 7? So what is that one worth? What is this one worth? And how many times more is the 7, the red 7, than this purple 7? So is he 2 times bigger than him? Is he 8 times bigger than him? How much bigger is that value than this? Don't forget to do some movement breaks today, and don't forget to check out your choice board options on the bottom. Hope you guys have had fun learning along with us, and glad that you've been able to join us, and hope that you have learned something new.